class. In this video, we will discuss the fourth depreciation method under the time-based category, 150% declining balance method. Bale, ito na yung last depreciation method under the time-based category. Okay? So, paano naman kinocompute yung depreciation using the 150% declining balance method? Actually, similar siya kay double declining balance, except that the numerator is 1.5 instead of 2. Okay? Yung N natin, that represents the useful life, expressed in number of years pa rin. Okay? Tapos, ang depreciation base natin is still carrying amount beginning. Okay? So, ganun pa rin. Hindi natin kinoconsider yung residual value in computing the depreciation expense unless it is already the asset's final year. Okay? So, let's answer the same problem using 150% declining balance. So, yung computation niya is very similar to your double declining balance. Ang pagbabago lang talaga is yung numerator niya. No? So, for depreciation 2025, that would be yung CV natin in the year of acquisition is simply equal to the cost, 6.75 million times 1.5 over 5 years. So, depreciation 2025 is 2,025,000. Okay? Next. Yung depreciation ng 2026, hindi natin yan mako-compute without first computing the CV of the asset at the end of 2025. So, computein muna natin. That is still equal to cost minus accumulated depreciation at the end of the year. Okay? O, simulan na natin. December 31, 2025. So, cost, 6.75 million minus your accumulated depreciation, that would be 2,025,000. So, our CB at the end of 2025 will be 4,725,000. Okay? So, yung depreciation ng 2026 ay nakabase lang din kay 4,725,000. Times 1.5 over 5 years, we have 1,417,500. Okay? So, yan na yung para sa number 1 natin. Para sa number 2, kompletuhin na rin natin. So, that will be, okay, cost, 6.75 million minus accumulated depreciation for 2 years. Okay? So, our CV will be 3,307,500. So, ito naman yung para sa number 2 natin. Alright? Now, what if the date of acquisition is May 1, 2025? So, similar to your 200% declining balance method, maapektuhan din yung depreciation natin. Okay? Kasi, tatandaan nyo, magsisimula yung depreciation when the asset is available for use. Usually, ang indicator natin yan sa problem is the date of acquisition. Diba? So, how much will be our depreciation 2025? That will be good for how many months? 8 months. So, 2,025,000 times 8 over 12, we have 1,350,000. Okay? Next, for depreciation 2026, again, hindi natin yan mako-compute without first computing the CV at the end of 2025. Tama? O, compute na muna natin. So, December 31, 2025, that would be 6.75 million minus accumulated depreciation. Bali, ang carrying value ng asset at the end of 2025, 5.4 million. So yung depreciation ng 2026 nakabase kay 5.4 million. Multiply lang ng 1.5 over 5 years. That would be 1,620,000. So ito na yung sagot natin for number 1. For number 2, under what if scenario, so that will be equal to our cost minus cumulative depreciation for 2025 and 2026. So that would be how much? 3,780,000. So ito naman ang sagot natin for number 2 under what if scenario. Naintindihan ba? So that is our 150% declining balance method. In our next video, we will now discuss our usage-based depreciation. So dalawa yun, no? Hours utilization method and the units of output method.